Okay, so we're gonna give the people in this story fake names. So starting off with my friend, we're gonna call her we're gonna call her Cash. And the boy, let's call him Easy. Okay, so a little bit of backstory on Cash. Me and Cash have been friends since my junior year in high school. I transferred to a new school junior year. I joined the cheer team. She was on the cheer team, so we got super, super close. Like, she did my hair. She was my hairstylist. And, like, we were just locked in. Like, I really consider her to be, like, one of my sisters because we just got really, really close super fast. Like, her mom was like my mom. My mom was like her mom. Like, me and Cash locked in. Like, that's my girl. Okay, so the backstory on me and Easy is a little more complex to explain, but basically, we were never anything official. We were never nothing serious, but when we did have something going on, it was super short lived, and we didn't necessarily end on bad terms. So we were still cool, and we hung around the same people, so we were always around each other. And it's like when we were around each other, we would flirt, and we knew that, and our friends knew that. So it was just like that's not my man, but like, yeah.
That's her boo thing. You had enough in all your stuff. Ain't what you want. You get what you want because you're my boo thing. And when your friends ask, I'm not your man or your something or something. Y'all know the song. What's his name? Fuck is that nigga name? Verse Simmons. Boo thing.
Okay, so fall semester comes around, everyone is back hanging out again because people are back from summer break, whatever the case may be, which means it's time for game nights and gatherings and hangouts again. And my dorm is like the spot, so everyone is at my dorm. And I have like two separate friend groups in a way. I have a friend group with Cash and I have a friend group with Easy. And I was combining both of these friend groups for these game nights and gatherings. Okay, so with combining all of my friend groups and constantly having get togethers, everyone becomes cordial with one another. So one day, Cash was with our other friend. We're going to call her Callie. And Callie is also friends with Easy. So Callie asked Cash if she can pick up Easy because we were having a spelling bee that night. So with Cash picking up Easy, I really didn't think too much of it. It didn't raise too many red flags in my head because they were with Callie, but it was something that was a little side-eye. But this was their first time riding with each other, so I didn't think too much of it. Okay, so the day that red flags did start popping up for me was the day of our homecoming tailgate. So Cash had to go pick up Callie, and on the way to picking up Callie, she mentioned she had to go pick up Easy because he had something that they needed. And in my head, it was very weird and it was a lot of side eyes, but I'm not thinking too much of it at the end of the day and I'm brushing it off. Okay, so Callie, Cash, and Easy finally get to where we're all meeting up at before the tailgate. And I asked my roommate to go downstairs to check them in since I'm still getting ready. And my roommate said they were really close as if she was interrupting something. Okay, so a few days later, after our tailgate, is when my roommate told me that, and we were talking about the situation, and she was basically telling me I should keep my eye out on it because she was for certain that Cash and Easy had something going on. So after the conversation with my roommate, I had a little uneasy feeling, but I was really trying to shake it away and not think too much of it. So I group FaceTime the group chat that Cash is in, and she didn't answer, which isn't the biggest red flag in the world, but it was a little weird considering how she always answers our calls. So a few minutes later, Callie joins the group FaceTime call, and Callie checks Cash's location and sees that Cash is at Easy's house.
Uh-oh.
So when Callie told me that Cash was at Easy's house, my heart instantly dropped. But she was trying to calm me down and say like she was just taking him to work, which also was the first time I was hearing of because I never knew that they were hanging out one-on-one, like basically without me, because they only know each other because of me. So Callie says Cash is taking Easy to work. So okay, cool. If she's taking Easy to work, I'm just gonna watch her location because her location should be there for no more than 5 minutes max. I'm watching her location. 5 minutes go by, she's still at Easy house. 15, 30 minutes go by, she's still at Easy house. She was at Easy's house for over an hour and a half. So at this point, my mind is racing. I'm ringing her in the group chat. She's not answering. I'm calling Easy. He's not answering. I even took it as far as to call one of my friends that happens to be one of Easy's closest friends. And I asked him, does Easy and I almost said her name.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I even asked one of my friends, does Easy and Cash have anything going on? And he was laughing in my face because, like, no way you think that. Like, no way you're serious. So I asked him to call Easy. Easy did not answer for him either. Cash and Easy, they both are not answering their phones. So Callie texted Cash and asked her, "What are you doing at Easy's house?" Eventually, Cash texted back and said that Easy left something in her car and she was dropping it off and they just started chopping it up. As soon as Cash's location left Easy's house, he called me and said the same exact thing verbatim. Easy also tells me that he didn't see my calls because he left his phone in the house. So me, I'm heavily side-eyeing both of them. I'm very irritated at this point because I don't understand why my friend was at your house for so long, but I'm brushing it off because all I can think of is Cash wouldn't do me like that. My friend would never do me like that. If anything, I thought Easy would probably be trying to hop down on Cash, but I'm like, Cash wouldn't go, like Cash would not do me like that. As to why I kept brushing it off is because I also had my friends in my ear telling me like I have nothing to worry about because we know Cash would never do that to you. They were also saying I was OD for calling me and Easy's mutual homeboy because I just have nothing to worry about because we know Cash would never do anything like that. So this is when everything starts tying together. So the next day, me and Kelly were in my room talking, and my roommate overheard us and came in asking if we were talking about the Cash situation. Keep in mind, Callie doesn't know that my roommate told me to keep an eye out on Cash, and my roommate doesn't know everything that me and Callie have been peeping. And that's when my roommate said flat out that she thinks that Cash and Easy were having sex. She was just having a really strong feeling, and then she said from previous experiences, that's just what she believed. So as we're all talking, my roommate is certain that Easy and Cash have something going on, and me and Callie are basically trying to defend Cash's name, saying Cash would never do that. Like, Cash would never do that. We have nothing to worry about. In the midst of this conversation, I get a call from Cash asking if I want a souvenir from the Youngboy concert. This is the day Youngboy performed in Atlanta, and all of my friends know I love Youngboy and I could not make it to the concert. So I say yes, of course, and she says okay, she's gonna bring it off when she gets off work. And I'm just thinking, I have nothing to worry about. Cash would never do me like that. Like, literally, she's about to give me a souvenir from my favorite rapper's concert. I don't have nothing to worry about. So once I get off the phone with Cash, we all took that as a positive sign from God as to me not having to worry about anything because Cash is so sweet. I don't have to worry about anything. But a few minutes later, Callie and my roommate felt like this was more so a eye-opening sign from God rather than a positive. So time goes by and Cash texts me telling me that she's downstairs. I go downstairs to meet her. I'm thanking her for bringing me a shirt from the concert, and we're just talking for a little. So she was asking what was I doing. I said I'm upstairs in my room just talking to Callie and my roommate. And she was like, "Oh, sounds fun." I said, "Do you want to come up?" She said, "Am I invited?" Now, I'm not thinking too much of that, but it was kind of weird because literally we call our dorm Cash's second home because she's literally always over. So, girl, what you mean are you invited? Like, of course you can come up. Of course you're invited.
She feeling guilty.
So Cash tells me that she would like to come up. So on the way up, I'm texting Kylie telling her that Cash is on the way up. Once we get off the elevator to my floor, Cash is on the phone with her mom, and I went in my room so she can finish her conversation. When I get in my room, Callie and my roommate tell me that they are going to go through Cash's phone and I need to distract her and get her out the room. So I came up with the idea to ask Cash to walk to the trash chute with me, giving Callie and my roommate enough time to go through her phone. As we're walking to the trash chute, I'm having so many mixed emotions going through my head, but overall I'm feeling like Cash wouldn't do that to me. Like, Cash just wouldn't do that to me. When we got back to my room, I texted my roommate asking if they found anything in Cash's phone, and baby did. Also, to give a disclaimer, Callie and my roommate did not go through her phone off the intention of like, yeah, we're gonna find something, we're about to catch her doing something or saying something or anything. It was mainly because my roommate is not friends with Cash. Me and Callie are friends with Cash. So it was really Callie trying to prove my roommate wrong and saying like, you don't have to side-eye Cash because like she wouldn't do that. Okay, back to the story. So me and Cash just got back in my room walking from the trash chute, and I'm trying to notice a change in behavior, you know, trying to peep the vibes, scope the scenery out, trying to see if they found anything, and everything seems pretty normal to me, so I'm thinking they didn't find anything. I ended up texting my roommate and I said anything with the eyes emoji and a question mark, and she responded to me saying yes. ODS is just yes. My heart dropped. So we're all in my room. It's me, my roommate Cash, and Callie, and I'm trying to figure out what did Callie and my roommate just see in Cash's phone. So I'm literally texting them. Callie texted me. She said, "So she's definitely not in the clear. So do you want to address it now or wait until she leaves?" And they're sending me screenshots little by little. So literally, the room is so awkward right now. It's so much tension. I'm heated because I'm reading these messages of Cash texting Easy. Like, it's a lot going on right now. Okay, so I'm texting Callie and I'm texting my roommate and I'm trying to figure out what they know and what they seen in Cash's phone, and they're literally giving me information little by little, like sending me little screenshots at a time. Keep in mind, they recorded a whole video. Cash and Easy were talking on iMessage. They were talking on the Instagram spams. They were talking on Instagram main pages. Like, it was a lot to uncover. Okay, so Callie and my roommate are sending me messages little by little. Keep in mind, they didn't really have time to read the messages themselves, so they were trying to read the messages. So the little messages I'm reading, I'm already irritated. I'm below. I don't really have much talking left in me. Callie asked me, do I want to address this now? Absolutely. Let's address this right now. But my roommate was saying that we should wait. Let's wait till we read all the messages. Just wait. So I decided to listen to my roommate, and I ended up just waiting instead of addressing the situation right then and there. So about 25 to 30 minutes later, Cash said that she's about to go home. So as soon as Cash says that she's about to go home, we watched all the videos, literally dissected everything. They were talking on like 3 different platforms, so those were a lot of messages to uncover. To this day, I don't believe that I saw all the messages because Cash has 2 phones, so who knows what I didn't see.
My boy got 2 phones.
So what I did see in the messages was a lot of flirting. They were talking about a threesome at a point in time.
Oh, shit.
One of the girls that Easy had something going on with apparently tried to check Cash.
I ain't even never had one of those before. I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Ole.
So they were super comfortable and associated with each other. Also, remember in part 1, I told you guys that my dorm is kind of the hangout spot this school year. So I always have people at my dorm. And in October, I had a girls' night. It was a girls' spooky movie night, a cute little vibe or whatever. And Cash attended because she's my friend. Of course she's there. And in the messages, I saw Cash send a twerk video to Easy the night of my spooky pajama Halloween girls night. Damn. So Cash did send Easy a twerk video that night. She also was calling him daddy. They were flirting a lot, specifically that night.
That's my language right there. Call me daddy, send me twerk videos. Yeah, I fuck with that.
Before we get into the spooky Halloween girls night, let's get into how they even started communicating. So Cash initiated this whole entire thing with Easy. Their very first message was from Cash, and it says, "I want to talk to you, but I learned Dez was already on that, so I can't have that, which is G's."
Oh, I see.
Keep in mind, me and Easy started talking in January, and our friends knew that, so what do you mean you just found out? So throughout the messages, it was really just Easy being Easy and Cash overly going. She also mentions on multiple times that she does want to have sex with him, which they do, and I find out later on.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so back to girls' night. Remember from part 1, I have a homeboy that I share with Easy. Easy and that homeboy and another homeboy ends up crashing our girls' night. So at a point throughout the night, Easy was there. So Easy is here, Cash is here, but I really didn't peep anything that night. Even later in the night, everyone got hungry and we went to a food truck that is always outside of our dorm, and everyone came upstairs and we were all eating food, and I still didn't peep anything. Also, whole time when everybody's back upstairs eating their food, they're over here texting. Cash is texting Easy talking about you can just share my plate and eat with me. Okay, so later that night, everyone starts leaving, going home, and typically, Cash usually stays the night with me if we're having get-togethers, especially if it's late, but this night, Cash decided she did not want to stay at my dorm. So yeah, Cash decided she didn't want to sleep over, so the next day, we're all texting in our group chat like normal, and It's very noticeable when my friends get cracked because they come in the group chat after overly happy, overly high off life, and that's what Cash did.
Okay.
So that y'all can have a clear understanding as to what she said in the group chat, I'm gonna read the messages. One, she said, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time. Like, I ain't go to sleep till 7 this morning. She also said, I got so good last night. OMG, that whole day was just
T.
So we're all in the group chat trying to figure out who she's talking about. She specifically said, I gotta keep this one to myself. She gotta keep it a secret. She was not telling us. So we all just assumed that she was talking about her ex, considering the fact that none of us like her ex. So we just assumed that she was talking about her ex. Definitely did not expect her to be talking about Easy. Okay, so I finished reading the video of all of their messages and I start breaking down. My feelings are really, really hurt because I really did not expect to see that coming. I really did not expect for Cash to initiate it with Easy. I thought Easy was going to initiate it with her. But overall, my feelings were just really hurt. So after reading all the messages, I came to the conclusion that I was just going to call Cash and ask her straight up. So I called her and I asked her, I said, do you have something going on with Easy? She was like, no. She was like, they just be chatting and flirting. And I was like, what can y'all possibly be talking about? She said anything and everything. Literally this whole time, her voice is super monotone. She sounds super dry. It's like she's giving me her butt to kiss for real. This is probably the most sincere part of our whole conversation.
Nice, but I ain't gonna lie, I do feel bad. I do feel very, very bad.
I do feel bad. I do feel very, very bad. So basically, I asked her, I said, so you and Easy never had sex? She said no. She said the most they did was a peck. And that was
Yeah, she was pecking all right.
Honestly enough for me right there. I told her, I was like, we just can't be cool anymore. You cannot be my friend and do something like that to me. And I hung up and I started crying. So at this point, I'm really over the whole Cash situation, and now it's time to deal with Easy. Keep in mind from part 1, I did say Callie and Easy are friends, which means Callie has Easy's location, and Easy just so happened to be 0.4 miles away from us. Okay, so Callie has Easy's location. We see he's 0.4 miles away. He's at the club. So me, my roommate Callie, and my other friend pulled up to the club. When we pulled up to the club, Callie called Easy and she was like, come outside. He ended up coming outside and Callie was talking to him, basically saying like, what is wrong with you? Do you think it's okay to talk to Cash and Dez at the same time? And he's not really saying much. He really looks like he saw a ghost. He looks dumbfounded. And I asked Easy, I said, do you F with Cash? My other friend that was there, she said, no, you F Cash. He just was looking at us. He did not answer that question. He was trying to move us away from the crowd of people. I wasn't trying to hear that. I said, did you and Cash have sex? He was just looking, a long pause. He said, nah. My other friend chimed in and said, yes, you did. She already told us, which she didn't, but he didn't know that. And he covered his mouth, and that was my answer right there. Next thing you know, my water bottle just ended up on him. I guess Easy didn't like the fact that I threw my water on him. And he started walking away, so I guess he was mad that he was wet, but I was mad that I was being lied to. Next thing you know, my roommate's water bottle ended up on Easy. So after that whole little water fight, we left and we went back to the dorm. I'm still overly emotional, trying to process everything. And then I came to the decision that I'm going to put Cash on blast in our group chat. My reason for putting Cash on blast in the group chat is because I was thinking, if you are doing all of these trifling things to me, then you will do it to our other friends as well. So let's just make our friends aware of everything that you are doing. When I put her on blast in the group chat, I did send all the messages, and this is what I said. I just wanted to let everyone know how much of a trifling our friend Cash is. You sat in my face dang near every day for weeks while you was messing with a boy that me, your friend, was messing with. You didn't even have the respect to tell me, yeah, you over here pillow talking about me with this. Flirting with him, kissing him, effing him, that's so disgusting. I will literally never ever in life do nothing like that to you. You couldn't pay me to slime out somebody who I consider to be my family, and then you over here bragging about effing him in our group chat, over here planning family dinners to see him. OMG, you're so weird, and I've been there for you in every way, every situation, no matter how much you be dumb for these boys who dog you out every chance they get. Now you are a dumb girl for a boy who clearly still flirts and messes with me in front of your face. Where's your self-respect? I hope your 200th body was worth it, because I can never again in life
200?
be friends with such a weak, gullible, easy like you. Cash's response to me in the group chat was, yes, guys, I'm the lowest, dirtiest, most trifling, greenest, nastiest, low down, snakiest, selfish, bottom of the barrel
At least you know.
to ever walk this earth. And now I'm the biggest op to walk this earth, and I should myself for what I did. Yes, I hate myself as much as you hate me. So good night. Y'all don't have to worry about me no more. So even though I am really mad at Cash in this moment, one thing that I am super big on is mental health. And at the end of the day, I can feel how I feel about her, but I do not want this girl to hurt herself. So I tried to reach out to her mom. I did not end up getting through, but she's okay, y'all. Cash is still alive.
Okay.
As y'all can tell from Cash's response, I did not get an apology in that moment. There was no remorse, no sincerity, and she was more so caught up on the fact that I put her on blast in a group chat, which I guess was her justification for me not getting an explanation. Still to this day, I do not understand why Cash went for easy. The next day, I did get an apology from Cash. I also received 2 apologies from Easy. I ended up not responding to neither one of them because I feel like they're only apologizing because I found out. I don't think those apologies are very sincere, because at the end of the day, if I never went through Cash's phone, I still would not have known, because y'all obviously weren't planning on telling me. Find out later on, Cash downplayed our friendship to Easy. Apparently, Easy did not know how close me and Cash actually were. Also, Easy was trying to convince Cash that they should tell me, and Cash basically wanted to tell me on her own time.
Holy. We keep on hearing about stories like this. You know, we got some limey, low down, grimy mother suckers out here. But I'm glad she's doing all right. You know what I'm saying? That message that she sent did sound kind of concerning. Um, it could have been, you know, that she was trying to manipulate them, you know what I'm saying, make them feel bad, but you just never know. I'm glad she did check on her and make sure she was all right, you know what I'm saying, her mental health, you know what I'm saying, because mental health is real. She probably do feel guilty about it, y'all. How many of y'all think she feel guilty about it? These are young girls, so, you know, not excusing the behavior, but you know, these girls are young, even though, like I said, it doesn't make it right. But y'all need to stop messing with y'all anybody your friend mess with, man, you shouldn't be messing with. You know what I'm saying? Anybody your friend mess with, anybody your friend and talk to, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be messing with them. And if you just have to, like, you know, ask your friend, be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Do you mind if I, you know what I'm talking about? Do you mind? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes motherfuckers don't mind, you know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button. It's your boy Ray, Big Play. And make sure y'all hype the video up. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all follow both Storytime channels. We Still Hustle Daily and We Still Hustle Daily 2, the number 2. Appreciate y'all. Peace.